Welcome back to another video. So I want to show you the AI assistant from Google, and for this I will use the share screen within Blender. So I will enable this, select that I want to share Blender, and now the AI should start chatting with us. So let's see.
Okay, I see a screen capture of Blender. It appears you're in the Layout tab with a default cube selected. Is there anything specific you would like to discuss about this Blender scene?
Yeah, well, actually the cube is not selected. It isn't highlighted
You're
in
right.
orange.
You're correct. The cube is not highlighted in orange. It is only outlined with a white line, indicating it's not the active selection in Blender.
Okay, so let's see. How can I create a sphere within Blender?
Okay, let's explore how to create a sphere in Blender. There are a couple of ways to do this. Would you prefer to add a primitive sphere or create one from a different shape?
Well, add a primitive sphere. I think that will be faster.
Okay, to add a primitive sphere, press Shift plus A, then go to Mesh and select UV Sphere. This should add a sphere to your scene.
Okay, I've done that, but the sphere is not visible.
Okay, it looks like the sphere is indeed not visible in the viewport. This is likely because the sphere was created inside of the cube. To fix this, you could try moving the sphere or the cube. Would you like me to help you with moving the sphere?
Yeah, tell me, how can I move the sphere?
Okay, to move the sphere, first make sure it is selected in the scene. Then press G, followed by either X, Y, or Z to move it along those axes, or just G alone to move it freely. Then, move your mouse to position it, and left-click to confirm.
Okay,
Would you like a demonstration?
No?
Great, the sphere is now visible and positioned next to the cube. Is there anything else I can help you with regarding your Blender scene?
Yeah, tell me, how can I center my view onto the sphere now?
To center your view on the sphere, first make sure the sphere is selected. Then, press the period key on your numpad. This will center the view on the selected object.
Okay, and now that I'm zooming onto the sphere, I see that this is defined by multiple polygons. How can I shade this to be much more smoother within Blender?
Okay, to make the sphere appear smoother, you can use the Shade Smooth option. Right-click on the sphere and select Shade Smooth from the context menu. This will make the sphere look much more rounded.
Okay, so shade smooth.
Perfect. The sphere should now have a much smoother appearance. Is there anything else you'd like to work on with your Blender scene?
Yeah, over here I can still see some, let's say, sharp corners onto the edge of the sphere. How can I fix those?
Okay, even after Shade Smooth, you might see some sharp edges because of the underlying polygon structure. To fix this, you can add a subdivision surface modifier. Would you like me to walk you through how to do this?
Yeah, please tell me.
Okay, to add a subdivision surface modifier, first make sure that the sphere is selected. Then, go to the Modifier tab in the Properties panel on the right. Click Add Modifier and select Subdivision Surface under the Generate category.
Okay, wait, tell me exactly where can I find the modifier panel?
Okay, the Modifier panel is located in the Properties panel on the right side of the Blender interface. It's represented by a blue wrench icon. Click on that wrench icon to access the Modifier tab.
Okay. Now, add modifier.
Okay, now click on the Add Modifier button and a list of modifiers will appear.
So, where exactly can I find the subdivision surface?
Okay, in the Add Modifier menu, go to the Generate section, and you'll find the Subdivision Surface option there. Click on that.
Okay, I found it.
Great, you've now added the Subdivision Surface modifier. You should see that the sphere looks even smoother now. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Yeah, how can I add a metallic color to this sphere?
Okay, to give the sphere a metallic look, you'll need to adjust its material settings. First, make sure the sphere is selected. Then, go to the Material Properties tab, which has a red sphere icon. From there, you can adjust the base color, metallic, and roughness settings to achieve the desired metallic appearance. Would you like more specific instructions?
Yeah, because I clicked the material properties, but I don't have those parameters over here. Why?
It seems you don't have a material assigned to your sphere yet. To fix this, click on the New button in the Material Properties tab. This should create a new material and allow you to adjust the settings for color, metallic, and roughness.
Okay, so I see the base color over here. So let's say that I want to make this
Yes. Now, okay, to make it look like a metallic red, click on the color swatch next to base color and choose a red color from the color picker. Then increase the metallic slider to around 0.8 and adjust roughness to your liking.
Yeah, well, I have done those, but the sphere is still gray.
Okay, even with metallic and roughness adjustments, the sphere might still appear gray in the viewport if you're in solid view mode. To see the changes, you need to switch to the material preview mode. You can find this at the top right of the viewport. It's the sphere-like icon.
Okay, so there are multiple spheres over here. Viewport shading. Viewport shading.
You're right.
Which one of these?
You're right. Okay, to switch to material preview mode, click on the sphere icon at the top right of the viewport. It is the fourth icon from the left in the viewport shading options.
Okay, so the fourth from the left. Okay, this. If we start this X-ray to be the first one, this is the fourth, so material preview. Okay. If I added render over here, I see that this has gone a little bit dark. So what can I do to have this improved in the viewport? Can you hear me? Okay, so I see that something went wrong. I think this was a little bit longer than expected. So let's just clear the chat, share this screen. So can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Is there anything you would like to discuss about the image you've sent?
Yeah, I was previously over here with the material preview and the scene looked quite interesting. But afterwards, when I swap to this one, which says render, I see that within the scene I have a lot of dark areas. Why exactly is that?
Okay, you're observing more dark areas in the render view than in the material preview, right?
Yeah,
This can happen Right, that difference occurs because the material preview uses a simplified lighting model for faster performance. The render view simulates more realistic lighting, which can reveal areas that are not well lit or are in shadow. Would you like to know how to adjust the light in the scene?
Yeah, please tell me.
Sure, to adjust the lighting in your scene, you can select the light object in the outliner and then modify its properties in the Object Data tab, such as its power or the color of the light. Would you like me to explain further?
Yeah, well, I selected the light over here and I see the power. This is currently set to 1000 watts, so I will just increase that.
Okay, increasing the power of the light will certainly make your scene brighter. Feel free to adjust that to your liking and let me know if there is anything else you would like to explore.
Yeah, I added the power to be almost double, so 2000, but still I don't see any light within the scene. Why is that?
I see, you've increased the light power, but the scene still appears dark. The reason is likely the type of light source you're using. You have a point light, which only emits light in all directions from a single point. This type of light source can struggle to illuminate an entire scene. Would you like to try switching the type of light?
Yeah.
Okay, you can change the light type in the Object Data tab. from point to sun or area. Which type would you prefer to use?
What do you think would be best for my scene where I have a cube and a sphere over here?
A sunlight would be best in this case. It simulates light from a distant source, providing uniform illumination and avoiding harsh shadows, which would be good for your scene with a cube and a sphere. Would you like me to help you set that up?
Yeah, I changed it to sun, but I see that within my scene now I have a lot of white added over here. So why is that?
Yes. Alright, you switched to a sunlight and are now seeing a lot of white in your scene. This is because sunlights provide very strong illumination and, by default, they illuminate all the objects. You could reduce the strength value or rotate the light source. Would you like to explore either of these adjustments?
Yeah, tell me how can I rotate the light source?
Okay, to rotate the light source, make sure it is selected, then press R to activate the rotation, followed by X, Y, or Z to rotate along a specific axis. You can then move your mouse to change the angle or type in an exact rotation value. Would you like to go through that process again?
No, because I'm rotating it around X.
Great. Rotating the sunlight around the X-axis will change the direction of the light and may help you illuminate your objects better. Are you happy with the result, or do you want to keep rotating?
What do you think? I think that this area of the sphere is quite bright. What can I do to make it less white?
I understand. The area is too bright. You can try decreasing the strength of the sunlight to reduce the overall illumination. Would you like to try that?
Yeah, tell me what value should I add? This is currently set to 2047. What would be an ideal value?
The ideal strength value will depend on the effect you're looking for. You could try reducing it by 50% to around 1000, and then adjust further from there if needed.
What do you think? With 1000 it is fine, or should I further decrease it?
At a strength of 1000, the sphere is illuminated with a more natural look, and not so bright anymore. If you are satisfied with this, then you can stop here, but if you want to make any additional modifications, feel free to do so.
Okay, I will just set the strength to 10. 100.
Okay, setting the sunlight strength to 100 should make the scene much darker. Would you like to make any further adjustments?
Yeah, tell me how can I pattern this sphere around over here within a circle?
I see. You would like to create a pattern of the sphere in a circle. To achieve that, you could use an array modifier with the object offset option. This will allow you to position several copies of the sphere around a circular path. Would you like a more detailed...
Yeah, tell me how can I do that?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you
Yeah,
please repeat or
yes, tell me exactly how I can add that circular array. Is it a modifier that I need to apply to the sphere? So, okay, so this went again wrong. I see that this will get disconnected from time to time. So,
It seems like you're talking about something being correct or in the right place. Is there anything specific you would like me to elaborate on?
yeah, please tell me how I can do that circular array for this sphere within this scene.
Sure, I can help you with that. To create a circular array of the sphere in your scene, you'll want to use the array modifier within Blender. First, select the sphere object. Then, in the Modifiers tab, add an array modifier and select the Object Offset option. Create an empty object in the center of where you want your circular array to be, and then use that empty in the Object Offset option of the array modifier. Finally, adjust the number of copies and set your desired rotation. Do you have any further questions?
Yeah, let's take it a little bit slower. So I added the modifier for the sphere array, and I have one more copy added over here on the x-axis. Now, how can I do this to be circular?
Okay, it looks like you've added the array modifier and have one copy on the x-axis. To make it circular, you'll need to switch from relative offset to object offset in the array modifier and create an empty object in the center of your desired array, as I explained before, and use that as your object offset. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, but the UI is not that. So let me just create that empty. So I press Shift A, I will create an empty. So
Okay, you're right. The I can be a little confusing sometimes.
yeah.
It looks like you're adding. All right, you've added an empty object. Now you'll want to select the sphere again and change the relative offset option to object offset within the array modifier. Then, in that object offset,
Wait. Tell me exactly where can I do that. So fit type, fix count. Where can I change that?
okay, to change the fit type, you'll see a drop-down menu right above the count input, currently set to fixed count. That's where you can choose a different option.
Okay, and what should I choose over here? I can do fit length or fit curve.
Since you want a circular array, you will not want to choose fit length, but instead keep the fit type to fixed count when using object offset. Now, if you want to create a circular array, you will have to switch from relative offset to object offset and pick your empty object.
Okay, got it. I can just pick the empty over here.
Yes, that's right. Now click on the object field and select the empty.
Okay, I have done that, but now I have another sphere in the middle. I want to have them patterned circularly around the middle over here. What can I do?
Okay, the sphere that I see. The issue is that the array modifier is currently copying the sphere based on a linear offset rather than rotating it around the empty object you created. To achieve the circular pattern you want, you'll need to adjust the position of the empty object and potentially rotate it as well. Do you want to try that?
Okay, let me try that.
Okay, sounds. All right, you've moved the empty. Now you need to rotate it around the z-axis to have the sphere copies positioned in a circular fashion.
Wait, now I have two counts, and if I add another one, it will just add it over here linearly. So how can I have them pattern circularly? Because I don't understand.
Okay, it seems like you're still having trouble with the circular array. The key here is that the empty object you created will be the pivot point for the array. You need to position and rotate the empty so that the array copies will follow a circular path. Let's focus on that. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm rotating the empty.
Great, you're rotating the empty around the z-axis.
Yeah.
Now make sure that the... Okay, now that you have the empty selected, you'll need to move it to the center of your desired circle. Then, when you add more copies with your array modifier, they should follow a circular path. How is it going?
It goes, but it's not as smooth as I expected.
Okay, it looks like the spheres are now following a circular path, but they're not evenly spaced, and there is one in the middle. Yes, it looks like you're on the right track. The array modifier is now creating copies of the sphere around the empty. To have a complete circle, increase the number of copies, or adjust the rotation of the empty until you're satisfied with the result.
Yeah, there's some better solutions. I know that I could use a Python script over here to do the rotation. Can you also help me with the script?
Yes, I can definitely help you with a Python script for rotating the empty object. But let's try adjusting the rotation of the empty for the array modifier first, as this can be done within Blender without a script. Do you agree?
I do agree, but wouldn't it be easier to use a script?
Yes, it could be easier to use a script for this task. However, are you comfortable with writing Python? If not, we can finish the rotation using the tools available in Blender.
Yeah, but why can't you just give me the Python code over here and I will just copy it? Because wouldn't it be easier? Why should I try to adjust the rotation over here? Okay, so again, something went wrong. So this is why I decided to make this video, because I find this really interesting, that you can chat in real time live with the AI assistant. And as we can see over here, this is really helpful if you want to start learning a new software. But for the case study regarding the pattern, it will be a lot easier to just add a script for this. And I have a video regarding that on my channel. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. I will try the AI Google Assistant for as well, mostly CAD solutions, because I see that for Blender this is quite well trained and it can provide some really nice input. But I'm really curious for other softwares that are not such as mainstream, such as CATIA for example, if the AI assistant will be helpful. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. I will position a similar video on the left side and I will also add a subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.